Hello, my name is Abilene Baldwin, and this is my persuasive speech for my Fundamentals of Oral Communication course. In sibling relationships today, most of them are either negative or they're very shallow. This is very sad because having a close relationship with your siblings is very important. First of all, because they're really the closest people to you, and second of all, because they'll be there all your life. Unlike just your friends where they come and go. So how many of you have siblings? So how many of you would say that you have a close relationship with your siblings?
I like one of them.
Okay, so I'm the oldest and I have two little sisters. They're 12 and 9. So I want to present to you some problems we have in our relationships with our siblings and some secrets of how to fix those problems. And I'm hoping to encourage you to deepen your relationship with your siblings. So one of the first problems there are is distractions. Distractions is anything that takes away time that should be devoted to something else. In this case, I'm talking about your family. And the second one is bitterness from past offenses. It's really hard to tell if you have bitterness, but one of the ways that I found to tell is if you feel a disgust for someone, if everything they do annoys you, and every time you see them, you just get an annoyance. And really the root problem with this is higher expectations versus lower expectations. When you have higher expectations for someone else's conduct than you do your own, this is really an unfair thing because usually we don't tell the person our expectations of them, and so they don't really know. And also because really, we should be expecting more from ourselves than we are from the other person. It's really, there's 4 attitudes that really correct the problems. The first one is sensitivity, which is looking past the problem to see the real needs of the person. As if you see, like if there's a problem and you can see that the person doing it is not actually just doing that certain problem because they want to, but because there's a deeper need that they have. And if you can see beyond the problem that they're doing and respond not just because of the problem, but because of the deeper need to that. Second one is meekness, which is giving up your rights or your wants. An example of this is if, say, your sibling or you are going and you're going to go and eat at a restaurant. Well, your sibling wants to go to this one restaurant and you don't really want to go there, you want to go to this other restaurant. And in order to use meekness in that situation, you would give up your right to go to the restaurant that you want to go to and say, okay, well, we can go to such and such restaurant, I'm fine with that. The third one is compassion, which is being able to put yourself into the other person's shoes and see things from their viewpoint. And lastly is encouragement. Really, if you encourage someone, you can't be mad at them. And if you have bitterness, if you encourage that person, it will really just dispel the bitterness. And it's really hard to be mad at someone if you are encouraging them. Some more problems is birth order. So I'm the oldest, and as the oldest, I know that I like to delegate. And I've noticed that this is a big problem with the oldest children is, okay, this is the plan, and you guys are going to do it, and I'm going to watch you. And if you aren't doing it the way I think you should be doing it, or I think you could improve it anyway, I'm going to tell you. The responsibility of the oldest really is because your siblings and your brothers and sisters, they look up to you, and they're going to follow your example. I think more than what we really realize. Like I've noticed that if I am angry or grouchy or really just in a bad mood, my siblings, they will follow it and we'll end up just having like a grouch party. And so also your siblings, when they see, you really set a standard for what they'll expect from themselves. And it's very hard for them to get past that standard because that's what they grew up seeing. I'm going to skip to the youngest child. The youngest child can either decide that if they want to be a blessing or a pest. to bless your older siblings, it really makes their job easier. In order to be a pest or just to annoy them, it makes them harder and really puts a strain on the relationship. For the middle child, it's really just a duality between the both. They have older siblings, and they can decide, like the younger child, if they want to bless them or pester them. And they also have younger siblings where they have people looking up to them, and they also have to set a standard. So this is a 3-year-old's Laws by James Quinn. If I like it, it's mine. If it's in my hand, it's mine. If I can take it from you, it's mine. If I had it a little while ago, it's mine. If it's mine, it must never appear to be yours in any way. If I'm doing or building something, all the pieces are mine. If it looks like mine, it is mine. If I saw it first, it's mine. If you are playing with something and you put it down, it automatically becomes mine. If it's broken, it's yours. So often this is our relationship and our attitude toward our siblings. Really at the heart of it, it is just an attitude of selfishness and immaturity. Selfishness causes problems in our relationships with our brothers and sisters. If we switch our focus off of ourselves and how we can better ourselves onto how we can benefit the other person, it'll fix the problems. The solution really is found in a transfer of attitude or viewpoint off of yourself to the other person. I want to challenge you guys to use these methods to deepen your relationship with your siblings. You know, if you can't get rid of them, you might as well just befriend them. Thank you.